Welcome to my Valheim Pack Mule series. I created a mod which basically requires me to be a pack mule because I'm not allowed to store any items. Anything I want to keep has to stay in my inventory at all times. I was excited to show my wife my first mod, but since she's never played Valheim, I decided to take her along for an entire playthrough. Join us as I play through all of Valheim with only the gear on my back.
Okay, so we're back, and we're not in the fortress because I forgot to record the first part of the episode again.
And you would like to take this moment to apologize for lying at the end of the last episode.
And saying we'd be coming back.
Ooh, that's fancy.
Yeah, so Black Forge is up, which the only thing I was really missing was a couple of the black marble, so this is not that surprising, but I did miss that part, the first part of the episode. So I have Black Forge. I cooked a bunch of the seeker meat. And we're back with that now. But yeah, so now I'm running around collecting leather.
Collecting various goods and wares.
Yes, and so this is where I was wondering, I got mixed up with last time. So, mead kettle, that's new. I came and put that down next to the fire so I could make some meads. And then, it needs a fire beneath it. And then, so I destroyed the floor so I could put a fire. And that destroyed the mead kettle. So, obviously, I did not get those resources back. So now, I need 2 more leather scraps. And I need more tin and copper. So I can go build that.
Ah, that's gotta hurt.
It's really annoying. So, whatever. I'm going to go do that. I end up having to go back and Minecraft, which you'll see in just a second, but it needs a fire below it. Good to know.
All of you out there who are trying to do the exact same thing,
jeez.
remember to build your fires first.
You don't get screwed over on the copper and tin.
Oh.
Anyways, so that's why I'm back here mining more copper.
Because you made a whoopsie doopsie?
Whoopsie doopsie.
Oh.
Yeah. Whatever. So we're going to go back and cook some more. It's fine. The cauldron, this is a little bit weird. I'm interested to see. I need to do more testing. I feel like how this works. Because the cauldron now needs the cauldron upgrades to cook the higher level food that the cauldron needs. But like the mead kettle has no requirements on anything, which I don't really think meads had a level requirement before, where you need like a level 4 cauldron.
Okay.
But the food preparation table doesn't have a level. So I don't have the food preparation table yet, but that's like the third piece where if you're going to make bread or you're cooking up a pie that you're going to go put in an oven and cook, you make it at the food preparation table. I don't think there's like a level requirement for those. And maybe that's mostly just surprising because then you could kind of just like bypass a lot of stuff and not have to make a bunch of cauldron upgrades. You just get the food preparation table and go get like some lox meat and make a pie.
Okay.
That's kind of interesting. And again, because if they keep it like that, where it's like the food preparation table doesn't have a level requirement, well, maybe the blocker is that you need the stone oven, which you need to kill motor for, I guess. Maybe that's okay. Anyway, it's just interesting, and I would like to look into it more. But
Okay.
I'm not going to make the food preparation table yet, so I'm just working with the cauldron. And the meat
Seems
kettle.
real smoky in there.
Oh, it is. If you go too far in, you will die.
But you're not living in there, so you don't cur.
I don't. That's why I don't have it. The room
Venting?
so big. I just kind of have it right there, and you can just walk up to it and cook stuff.
Okay. Will you
okay.
really die?
It's from you will start taking damage from I forget what the status effect is exactly, but it's something from smoke.
Oh, okay.
That you start taking.
All right,
damage.
so we're now in the Ashlands.
I have died to it before. So Ashlands. So what is going on now is I'm gonna go find some more frickin' molten cores. That's not what those are. So I can make stone portals. So the last bit that I need.
Ooh, I just saw something really big.
That's a what's it called?
I don't know.
We'll see it. We'll see in a minute.
I didn't like it. It was running at you, but
Yeah.
then you kept walking.
I just walked away from it, and we're good.
Oh, yeah.
We'll
Okay.
see. So I'm going to be fighting my way through the Ashland stuff a lot. Ooh,
Why are you oofing?
because he just poked me.
Okay.
You notice he poked me and he didn't do a lot of damage because it's pierce, and I have my chest. And the chest piece helps with the pierce damage.
We're all really proud of you.
Thanks. That's
Okay,
my-
so you're in the Ashlands trying to find more things to make a stone portal.
Yeah, and if you notice, I've made 0 progress so far.
Yeah, you've basically just gone back to where you came from. Akko Taco.
Oh, I hate it so
Okay,
much.
are you done in the Mistlands for now?
For now. So
Okay.
basically, until I need to go get like Seal Breaker.
Ew, there it was again.
Yeah, what's that called? Let's look over at it. Can you just look
Aaron,
over it?
if you would just look. Ew, I hate it.
Yeah, it is terrifying.
Ew.
It killed me many a time in my first
Why-
adventure to the Ashlands.
Why is it there?
Because it spawns. This is like the troll of the Ashlands.
Oh, okay. Well, it's scary and I don't like it.
Yeah. The only good thing is, ugh,
Oh, you died.
I made 0 progress there. That was great.
You know,
jeez.
you can speed up your death scenes.
You know, I just really want to savor the moment.
This is your
and
moment of silence.
learn from my mistakes here.
Okay.
So round 2.
There we go with that scary whore.
I'm gonna hover over it any minute.
Any minute we're gonna know what it's called.
Morgen. I keep wanting to say motor, and I know that's not right, but I know it was close.
Okay.
Anyways, the nice thing about the Morgen
There's a nice thing.
and the Ashlands, yes. Well, they do friendly fire. So while there's a bunch of charred people walking around, they will sit there and slam and smack them and do damage to them. So
So
that
you
is
just kind of bring it along, kind of like a scary shadow that's trying to kill you, but also the things around you.
yeah, buddy. Yeah, we got some ash wood for the first time. Apparently, that's just the trees in the ashland.
Ay ay ay.
Don't need it for much. I think
Okay.
I think I do end up making like ash. You make arrows with the ash wood and the charred bones and stuff that are real nice, but. And then I don't know, there are a couple random things that needs them, but.
I just don't understand what that
Jeez.
thing's supposed to be. It just doesn't.
Ooh.
It doesn't make. I don't. So they're like bones. The bony things of the Ashland. Like the Mistlands
The bonies.
has a lot of bugs,
And
You
this
know?
is all the undead. Yeah.
and I feel like the little creepy green people. They're in the plains. I don't really know what they're called.
They're basically goblins.
Goblins.
I don't know
Perfect. That's what I was looking for. That's the word. Because troll was the only word that was coming to my head, and
Because
that's
the goblin
not-
is not what they're actually called, but that's just always
But
what
yeah,
I
they
think.
kind of look like just like different forms of goblins.
Yeah.
And this world is just a bunch of creepy bones,
Yeah.
and whatever that thing is.
The Morgan. Yeah. Morgan Stanley. Is that what? God. Anyways, so the Morgan does get significantly easier to fight again once it's by itself. You don't have to worry about the charred warrior smacking you down because I can stagger it, and the slow from the Froster makes it a lot easier. You can kind of kite around it and do whatever. It can kill it when it is by itself without too much difficulty. It just takes a bit of time because it's got quite a bit of health.
I really don't like this thing.
Yeah, I hear ya.
Ay ay ay. It's yucky. In a different way than the buggos. In like a horrifying way. Instead of a disgusting and horrifying way.
Yeah. Hey, you know, at this point, it's all just a bunch of ones and zeros. It is funny how much I kind of zone out and I'm not really looking at the details. It's just like, oh, I see that. That is a Morgan. And my brain processes it like that. I'm not like looking at the details of what it is.
Of how disgustingly creepy
And
it
then
is.
you point it out and I'm like, oh, yeah, that is
Horrifying.
that is horrifying. You're right.
Oh gosh. Well, glad I could be here
Okay.
to ground ya.
So I'm finally making some more progress down the beach now.
I'm really proud of you.
I'm looking for more of those Morgen caves for the molten cores.
The putrid holes.
Yeah. Yep.
I remember. I remember so few specific words from this game, but I remember that one. What was that glowy thing over there? A little spawner or something?
Yeah. And
Okay.
so right now, I'm kind of just trying to walk around. I am specifically walking because that draws much less attention.
Then running.
And there's that green light in the sky. That's a fortress. Those are more like the dungeons of the Ashlands. They're very hard to bust in and break. But that's where I will need to go to get the bells to fight the Ashlands boss. I will have to go into the fortresses at some point.
The bells of Notre Dame.
Yeah. Yep, sing the bells of Notre Dame.
Okay, but so you're looking for a hole.
Putrid
Is
hole.
that it one over there?
Yep.
I'm so good at this game.
You're really good at pattern recognition and yep. There we go.
Okay. So the Morgan's similar.
One molten core, anyways.
Was
go
that
ahead.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, so you need two though,
At
right?
least, yes.
Oh.
That's fine. I don't care.
So the Morgans are like the trolls, in that they can spawn in these holes or out of them.
Yeah, and it actually very simple. Yeah, they do always spawn one in here. It just takes a minute for them to spawn. And then they can also spawn randomly out and about, and it's a lot more rare for them too. Yeah.
Huh. So are you trying to kill this guy?
Yeah, and I'm not sure why. Okay, because they drop these sinew that you need for certain things. I don't think I actually need it for anything right now, so I'm not positive why I took the time to kill this one. The other ones in the future, I will just kind of keep in here. The same reason as I gave you for the trolls in the early game is that, like, if I need it, I can go kill it. It's there. I don't have to go try to find one in the wild.
Yeah.
But I did pick up a second Morgen sinew there.
Huh.
A weird yellow stringy thing in the inventory. So, okay, and real quick to explain why I'm doing this. I have the Black Forge, and I'm going to get the first upgrade to the Black Forge pretty easily to get it to level 2. The thing is, to make the armor I want, which is the Ashlands armor, I need level 3 Forge. And unfortunately, I can't get... it's a lot of pain to get the sap and the refined ether. That just killed me. Jeez, one freaking blob.
Oh, and there's one of those things.
Yeah. Well, this is actually where you fight the boss, Fader.
Oh.
Fodder. Whatever the heck you call him. Yeah, that I just happened upon.
Did you know that when you walked in?
Yeah. Which is maybe why I got distracted. I'm like, oh, look around, look at it. And then the thing exploded and killed me in one hit.
Wow. That's gotta hurt. Anyway, what were you saying?
What was I saying?
I can't remember.
So to get the level 3 upgrade for the forge, I can use refined ether, which you can get in the Mistlands. It's just a really big, annoying process to get. You got to get one of the extractors, and then you got to take some black metal and you got to put it on a tree to pull out sap, and then you take the sap and you put it in an ether refinery, and then you get refined ether, and then you can use that to make an upgrade. And I don't want to do that. I don't want it. This is kind of going to bypass using refined ether for anything. So there's no magic involved, and there's no feather cape. It's foregoing some things. It's foregoing the nice Mistlands armor. But instead of doing that and having a refined ether, I'm just going to make the Ashlands armor because it's very nice. There's no movement debuff. It gives you some nice buffs. Like, it's just super helpful, and I can make it without a bunch of metal. The only thing is I do have to get 5 flame metal. I got an arbalest, by the way. Real quick aside.
Yeah. I don't know what that is, but...
Bring me back. I'll talk about that in just a second.
Okay.
But anyways, so I do need to bring back 5 flame metal from the Ashlands. So I'm going to have to go get that and bring it back through a stone portal in the Ashlands to my base so I can make that upgrade to the Black Forge.
And that's the main reason why you want the stone portals?
right
but
now.
you would also like one, I assume, for the plane situation again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would love to get one back there, and then need one for the Ashlands.
Okay. So
also,
Ashlands is priority 1. Planes is priority 2.
yeah. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
So if I can get 4, that's what's happening. If I get 4 of the molten cores to make 2 portals. But yeah, and then once I get the level 3 Black Forge, I get I just have to kill the Askvins and the Ashlands to get their leather. I kill a couple locks to get their pelts, and I get some linen thread, which I get just from spinning the flax.
Yeah.
And I can make the incredible armor that I will use for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Saves me a lot of time in the long run, not having to make 3 different tiers of armor in between that. So that's the current plan. Arbalest. Mm-hmm. It is like basically a different kind of bow, right? In that your ranged weapon. The thing is, to make the bow effective, the bow kind of sucks if you're low level, and it's real nice if you're high level. But I don't really want to take the time for it because there's not a lot that you need the bow for. Like when you need it, it's very nice to have it, and nice to have it at high level. But instead of taking the time to like try to train the bow up, I'm just going to use the arbalest instead because it does quite a bit of damage. It's very hard to train the skill, so like you're not really going to train it up. You're not going to do whatever, but it does a good baseline of damage. What it does, instead of you sit there and draw back and you shoot and you draw back and you shoot, you sit there and load it over like 4 seconds, and then it's ready to go. And whenever you want to fire it, you just click and shoot it. It's real nice. Does quite a bit of damage.
Yeah. So you're doing that because just to save time, because this is a quick weird playthrough.
For you talk about the arbalest.
Yeah.
Mostly, I guess because I could take the time to go and level up the bow skill. You're saying. Yeah, and I really don't want to take the time to do that. This is a lot easier way. Arbalest is nice. Easy way to do that.
Okay.
But it's actually why I killed a abomination earlier, because you need root for it.
Okay.
And that was from earlier in the video. Anyways, so yeah, we got the arbalest, and that takes bolts instead of arrows. So I will be making some bolts.
And at some point, are you planning on going back to the Ashlands, or?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I still got to go back. I made a short jaunt to get a little bit more black marble so I could build that forge upgrade and just get some of that stuff out of my inventory too.
Makes sense.
So I do have that upgrade right there right now. And then I have arbalest level 2. So for anybody wondering, the arbalest upgrade is very nice for durability, because otherwise it can't shoot very many bolts before being destroyed.
Okay.
So that's nice to have it level 2.
Didn't you already go on this one?
Yeah, and I'm just kind of going to check to make sure.
There's nothing else?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, now I'm just going to be heading down the beach more. The thing is, when you're in the Ashlands, if you just walk, you can get by a lot of stuff without being noticed. Like, you make very little noise.
Because it's so ashy.
Yeah.
On the ground. Ash is kind of like snow.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm just making that up. I've never walked in ash. It's just a guess. If anybody out there has, though, let us know if it's like walking in snow.
This is an educational channel.
Everybody has learned that at this point. IQ grows every time you're here. Ay, ay, ay. Anyway, okay, so just walk, and then you're quiet, and then you don't have to fight a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, not as much. My gosh, that one guy brought me down 41 health.
What if you start fighting, though? Don't you draw attention to yourself?
You can, yeah.
Okay.
Surprisingly, not as much attention as if you start mining or woodcutting something, but...
Okay, well, probably because the game's like, oh, you're being productive?
Uh-huh. Here's some background if you want. The king of the Emerald Flame flew to the wizard king of the Fuelings, and then, torched the palace of the winter with the winter child inside. Okay, anyways, if you want... I literally just kept that in just to show you. That's the kind of crap that shows up on those big
Well,
stones.
now I'm interested in what happened to the winter child.
Well, we can go over that at a different time if you want to learn about the
The
lore.
lore.
There are a lot of people that have made comments that's like, oh, it's like hinting at what's going to be coming in the
New one.
yeah, the what is it? The north, the
Oh,
frozen
I see
north,
two.
whatever the heck it is. Yeah, so that's good. That gets
So
me at
you have
least
two,
one.
but you really need three. What is that showing you?
Mysterious location.
Why?
Whoa.
Ooh, are you going to tell me about that, or are you going to make me wait?
No, I'll tell you about it because I'm not going to get it done. In this one. But so what that mysterious location is that is not the boss. There is a sword you can get in the Ashlands that's broken up into 3 pieces. And when you go in these and you find the Vegas in here, it points you to the first location. And you go to the first location, you get the first piece. And that one directs you to the second location. And then you get the second piece, and then directs you to the third location. And then you get like this unique sword that you can only get one of
Like
because
Excalibur, for example.
something like that. Yeah.
Okay. And does it do a lot of damage, or?
I mean, yeah, but it's also like it's like a flame sword, I think, which obviously is not going to be super helpful in the Ashlands. It's probably more helpful
In the
it'll be-
frozen tundra?
yeah, for the frozen north.
Yeah, that would make sense that it would be helpful for there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more relevant. And that Frozen North is the one they haven't done yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, I don't know if it's called the frozen, whatever it is. Yeah, the north area.
I believe you.
I found one more. Fantastic. Just one in there, but that gives me number 4.
Yeah. So now you're just piecing out of here? Can
Yeah.
you just go back? Or are you going to look for something else while you're here?
There's not really much else to look for. I was kind of looking around here. There's like pots and stuff that spawn in here and bones. So you can get a bunch of bones, which are not helpful. And there's pots that will drop like iron and copper and stuff a little bit.
Okay.
So that could be helpful for some things at some point. But
Well, when I said, are you going to look around or are you going to go home? I meant the Ashlands.
oh,
Like, are you going to
well,
continue?
yeah, no, I know, I guess, but that, but I'm not. I don't know. I'm not really looking around. I guess at anything else. I was mostly just getting the molten cores, because then I'm gonna go and hopefully mine some stuff closer to where I was. I don't know.
Okay, because you're placing one of them in the Ashlands, because you have
Yeah.
to get that flame whatever.
The flametal.
How do you get that?
So there's spires, which you probably haven't really seen any, and you're not really gonna see any for a minute, I guess. There's none of them. Spires that pop up in this lava, and they're standing there, and it just has the metal on it, and it's awkward to sit in the middle of the lava, so you make these little things that you can throw in the lava to make a temporary platform.
Oh, did they push you into the lava?
Oh, a little bit. I kind of just ran out there because I wanted to see if I could destroy it, but I was gonna kill myself at this point because I got the molten cores.
Okay.
So, but anyways, you get out there and you mine it, and they sink down after some time, like the leviathans after you mine them for too long.
Okay.
And yeah. So that will be next. Now that I have the portals.
Wow.